Hi, ladies and gentlemen, this is Adam Winch here, Defenders USA. Hey, I want to announce kind of a partnership here. I've been testing out recently the Vortex optics. Now, I've not been a Vortex fan, as you guys know. I've had issues with their handgun optics and some of the rifle optics. So for quite a while, I've been kind of down on Vortex. Well, in the last couple months, I've developed a partnership with Vortex, and they've sent me some to test out and try to let people use in class. And I told them if their optics I found were not good, then I'm not going to tell you they're any good, right? I don't care if they give them to me not to test out or not. But in this case, I've been running these optics and I'm impressed with what I've seen. I've probably put about 10, 15,000 rounds through these optics, both handgun and rifle, and I've had no issues whatsoever. So I want to show you what I've got, right? So currently on my everyday carry, I'm currently running their Defender standard size, right? So the Defender standard size, this is an open emitter optic, and I like the green dot, so I've got the green dot here. It runs really well. Now it's a little bit different than what I've been running before, because those use the RMR plate, or maybe they have RMR or RMSC footprint, but this one has the DPP plate or the Delta Point Pro. So got some of those from HK for the Vortex optic, and I've been running this on my gun. I enjoy it. I like it. It works well. I like how big the optic is itself, even though it's considered the standard size. One thing Vortex did is they made the inside glass a little bit taller, right? And think about it, your dot goes up and down. So really big wide's not a big concern to me, because I tend to shoot pretty well straight on. But I like being able to see the dot stay within the window as much as possible. So they make that just slightly taller, so I find it stays in the window longer for me, or sometimes never leaves the window at all. So this is my personal gun, and I've tested enough to where I'm now comfortable carrying that. Now, on my competition gun, I've been running their what they call the Defender, right? That's the name of this optic, but the XL. So the Defender XL, as you can see here, again, I like a green dot. It's a 3 MOA dot. And really, this is competitively to, say, the size of the Trijicon SRO, or even the Holosun, say, the 507 Comp, which I've run for a long time. I have the SRO, I have the 507 Comp, I like them, but I really like this one. Again, they made theirs a bit taller, so the dot stays in there longer. And I find because this is a bigger optic, the Defender XL, it rarely leaves the window on me, right, as I shoot the gun. So I really enjoy that. So understand I've got this paired up to my HK VP9s. This is my competition gun, or a gun that I use for when I use on my duty rig, when I'm training cops or something like that, or soldiers. I tend to go to this, and sometimes I run it competitively. Now, on another note, they also just sent me, and I've got this on a VP9F here, right? The new VP9F. And now this is their enclosed optic. So this one is called the Defender Standard, but it's the enclosed optic. And this is, right, as you can notice it from here, this is a red dot, right? I don't think they come in green yet, but it's a red dot. Let me turn it this way so you can see the controls on that side. So the controls, if you see them, are right here. The battery plate is right here. What that does, it allows for the window again to be taller this way, which I really, really like. That keeps the dot within the window. So been running this enclosed Defender Standard, so the standard size. And then on this CC9 that you see here, right? Fantastic handgun, by the way. But on this CC9, right, I've got the Defender CCW. So meant for an enclosed optic. You can see it here, red dot, and it's meant for more of the concealed carry things if you want the optic. Again, the battery tray's on the side, the controls are on this side right here, and I think just a fantastic optic so far. Now, I've only had these on the guns for about a week, so I've actually only run this once. We were doing a film or a commercial for HK about a month ago, and I ran this optic and the larger enclosed one, the standard size, and I gotta tell you, I really liked it. Again, I'm a fan of the green dot, but there you go. Maybe they'll come out with a green dot, but I'll tell you, I like this. So I guess what I'm here to announce is I've been shooting the Vortex optics on my handguns. I've had one issue with one optic. It didn't brighten or dim the way I wanted it to, and immediately Vortex was like, hey, it's not a problem, send it back. And it was immediately replaced, and that's the only one time that we had that issue. And that may have been a battery issue. I couldn't figure it out, so I just sent it on back and they replaced that. So personally, when I've been shooting the guns, I've had no issues whatsoever, and I've become very proud to start using the Vortex optics. So anyways, I want you to consider them. I've now had them on my rifles, I've had them on my handguns, And I've now let students, probably, I don't know, 50, 80 different students run these optics. We run them hard. If you come to my classes, you know my classes are pretty rough, and we've had no issues. So anyways, just wanted to tell you about Vortex optics.